Hey everybody, sorry it was a slight delay here. Just writing everything down and putting the title in on my video. Hi, and yes, I'm roasting here. I'm gonna turn my fan around. Cooler for me. That's a pretty good fan. This fan that I have here is by Lasco. They're the same guys that make the box fans and everything. So these have tower fans and it works great. So it's keeping me pretty cool, pretty much. Anyway, I hope everybody is well. Outside of roasting, it's now 81 degrees here. Late yesterday, National Weather Service said it was supposed to end today, the heat wave. Nope, it's supposed to end on Friday, which is the after tomorrow. So we're going to be roasting the next about 2 more days. And then at night, it's supposed to cool way off. So I hope so. I just don't do well when it's really hot like this. Even my neighbor says he's tired of this. So I am too. So anyway, so what's going on here, and saying the heat wave is hitting the west coast, but majority of the heat wave is up here in the Pacific Northwest. Normally three days out of the year in the summer, we get heat waves, 3 days, but this is more than 3 days now. It's more like 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sometime this past summer. So, we just try to stay cool as possible and everything. Now on Friday, of course you know the Artemis rocket was supposed to launch Monday, and they ran into a problem with the number 3 engine. Well, they got that fixed, and so now it's supposed to launch on Friday, but this time it's more like midday. It's supposed to launch or mid-afternoon Eastern time somewhere. So go with the launch pad and or overlook horizon and just click notify me to remind you when it comes out when they start broadcasting. Or go to nasa.gov and they broadcast too. Anyway, this rocket is supposed to launch and then go to the moon, and it's a test flight, it's unmanned. This is all done by computer. And it goes around the moon, and they test everything out, and then the capsule will return to Earth and come back, and then they'll get all the information from that. Then in 2024 time frame, this is what they're targeting for next year. Could be sooner. If all goes well, they're going to do RMS 2, and that is when it will be manned. I think it'll be manned. And then RMS 3, 4, whatever the other missions, RMS missions, is when they start establishing the base on the moon. And they got several spots picked out where they could set up camp there. But we'll wait and see how all that goes. But they're going to use the moon as a stepping stone to go to Mars. Kind of like a waypoint, or a gateway waypoint to go to Mars. Like stop by, fuel, pick up supplies or whatever, and then head on to Mars. And we'll see how all that goes. Who knows? Anyway, we'll wish them luck. We hope the tests are successful. and the gal they needed the information they want from it. Now, of course, we all know that Trump is in legal doo-doo. I mean, in real serious, deep legal doo-doo. That they discovered instead of 15 boxes, there were 15 boxes of top secret documents, but inside there were boxes, there were 168, they said 167 or 168 documents each of them distributed through those boxes, the file boxes. Also, they found still more missing, and they said that he has been obstructing justice, and a lot of the other information's been moved, and they're still looking for them. So they're going to try and find where the other information went. And so the DOJ is being very diligent on this, and knowing Mr. Garland, he leaves no stone unturned. He's going to build such an airtight case it won't be any funny. And I know people are demanding he should be arrested now. He should be arrested now. But they want to make darn sure. And I'm sure there's going to be any day now because Trump is going into a panic mode. He keeps saying all these things. He keeps blurting things out in his so-called Truth Social. Now he's been asking his people that get on Truth Social, they have to pay to get into it. Normally social networks are pretty free. So it hasn't really been easy for anybody on this. So, I'm sorry, I'm really tired from fighting all this heat. My brain is going, whoa. Haven't been sleeping well the last couple of days. So, anyway, he keeps lying, keeps saying these things that are not true. You saw the thing where he threw a hissy fit and saying, well, you've got to reinstate me as president now, and or we do the 2020 elections over with. Well, 2020 is like over 2 years ago. And he still hasn't gotten it through his thick skull, stupid skull, that he's lost the election. He did a lot of illegal no-nos, and he's going to be finding himself in prison over this. And if he had a good majority of those documents, I'm surprised the Secret Service had not taken those documents and returned them back to the CIA and NSA and the archives and say, no, those go back there. They don't go with you. And they should have caught that. So, there's something going on. And Trump has been basically obstructing justice, and he should be charged for that too. I'm really sick and tired of this guy. I really am on this. And he needs to go to a max security prison in a solitary cell, not contact with anybody. And all electronics taken away from him. If he wants to communicate, he has to go buy the old-fashioned paper and pen. So. Of course, you know, and then the fourth thing now, the GOP are being a bunch of idiots. Some of the very radical ones. There's quite a few people that have jumped ship and left the GOP party because it's no longer a thing. But I don't think Trump really has any more power in there. I don't think he really ever does. He's maybe got maybe 10 supporters, and some of the good majority of the Senate and the House, some of them are Trump supporters, but they're not really backing Trump up. They're really not. Some of them are up for a re-election, and there's a couple that have lost the primaries. And so they're not going to be back in office. But Trump doesn't seem, he doesn't really understand or does not want to understand how elections and things really work. He's never learned. Everything he was told, but he was never, so he's a child. He really is. Okay. Another thing too, I saw a little tidbit on the MSN News. I think that's where I get most of my news sources from, MSN. There's this Arizona Trump supporter, and he heard that, what was it he heard? What he claimed that he heard. Hold on a second. Let's see. No, I can't find it. But anyway, he wanted to be taken off the, voter rolls in Arizona, and told that nobody's supposed to be voting or anything, and so he's trying to take himself off of it. And, well, that's fine. If he doesn't want to vote, then don't vote. But people like that don't seem to understand how things really work. If they want changes, they have to vote for the changes. They have to get with their senators, their representatives, their town, their town council and everything else if they want changes done. And that's how it works. So, anyway, why is that not coming back? That's weird. Facebook changed their algorithms again. So, I don't know why it's doing that. I really don't. So if it doesn't show up on Facebook itself, then I will post the same video over at YouTube and get it out there. I don't know why they keep doing this. I really don't. And I can't see anybody coming on. Let me check my settings here. This is weird. Okay, unless they're having issues with it. But anyway, that's what's going on. There's some supporters that are, they're idiots, and they're being blind to everything. And they go, well, fine, go ahead and be left behind. But these are the change the rest the majority want. And We don't want another person like Hump in there again. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you heard of, as of yesterday, former president of Russia, uh, Mikhail Gorbachev, he passed away at age 95, to natural causes and everything. He was ill for some time. He was very upset and not happy with the way things are going right now in Russia. He was, matter of fact, his aide said he was pissed. He was really angry at Putin, what Putin did. He says, he should have left those Baltic states alone. Leave them alone. Things were going just fine until you screwed this up. And, you know, anyway, he's, so far now, according to the Ukraine, according to, State Department, Russia has lost, other card. I'm missing that card. Okay. Well, that's weird. If I can find it. Anyway, they lost well over 467,000 of the Russian troops to Ukraine. Ukraine is kicking Russia's butt. I mean, really kicking their butt. They took out 3 major headquarters right over there near Donetsk and near Donbass, over there, and just smacking them back. And Putin should just let go and leave them alone. Really should. So, anyway, I think I'll just go ahead and sign off early since nobody has come on. So I don't know what's going on, why this is not working. Oh, there you are. Oh, I hope all is well, Nancy. It's your pet, okay? I hope. It's okay when everything's quiet here. Cyrano is not very happy with me at the moment because I'm having to trap him in the bathroom in order to give him his treatment for his ear infection, and he's almost done with it, by the way, with the medicine, but just flushing out his ears. Yeah. Loki got his rabies, and Cyrano got his feline leukemia shot. So they're all good and everything. Cyrano will be going in for another checkup next month, or September or October. I just may have to get Beth's help and my daughter's help and take them over to the vet. I'm not going to put them on the bus. No. Cats are funny. So anyway, it's a shame about President Gorbachev because he wanted the country to go more freedom is what he wanted. And Putin is trying to bring everything back to 1980s, 1970s, and it's not going to work anymore. Yeah, both of my boys were singing all the way to the vet, and I'm singing all the way back from the vet when my friend just picked us up and took us over there. And all this while, Loki was giving me you are in trouble luck. In other words, you can see the wheels turning when they want to plan your demise, you know. Cyrano was kind of like that too, except he kind of understood since he's a pro at it. So Cyrano is sleeping under the bed. I think Loki's sleeping in the kitchen. So, and I came home, Loki was glaring at me. I mean, giving me the look. Like, how dare you? But it was so funny. About 3 hours later, all he wanted to do was cuddle. He wanted to cuddle with Mama. Get, you know, be petted and everything. And get his love that way. So, anyway. Oh, Nancy, I'm glad you're on. Have you had a chance to look at my new store? My new layout of my store? There's some products in there, so if you want anything, just, you know, I know you're on a budget, as am I, but if you need anything like for your kitchen or for your bathroom, your bed, your bedroom, living room, you know, or you want to do some decorating or do like any, what they call in Chinese, like feng shui, which means rearrange, get a positive vibe in your home. I'm going to be doing a little bit of that myself, because I'd like to replace this desk and then get a baker's rack in my kitchen so I can have more storage space for my smart oven and my microwave. Of course, my microwave is starting to getting a little sick, but that happens. And I don't know if you saw on Facebook, there's a guy called the Piano Guy. He teaches piano. And he said for me to, if I want to get back to playing the piano, which I would love to do, just get like a digital piano keyboard. But right now I'm kind of, I'm short on space, but if I could rearrange and get this electrical inlet fixed over here, that'd be great. But it hasn't been fixed yet. Because my landlord is sitting there dragging his feet getting them fixed. So I don't know if he keeps forgetting or he's just ignoring that fact. And I talked to my neighbor down the way, and he says he's having the same trouble with him too. So I don't know. I would love to buy a condo or a house and move in there and, you know, just move out of here. Get out of Springbrook neighborhood. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and Nancy, feel free to watch the video. It will post itself again. And I will post the same video on YouTube. You get that out of the way. Tomorrow is September 1st. So, and of course now they're saying that Mother Nature is going to be waking up the Atlantic for hurricane season, which is not really, you know, very good. Since they had all these floodings and everything in Tennessee. Okay. So anyway, you know, this is brought to you by my store, gingerstoreandmore.com. And when you get a chance, look at my new layout. I hope you like it. And if you need you have any suggestions and to add or anything into my store, let me know, and I will let my support No, the new design is done by Design Slick. They've done a wonderful job with it, correcting a lot of problems with it. And Shopify is now, they're adding on what's it called, Shopify Max, which is advertising. They're trying to make it cheaper for everybody, so on advertising, and then boost the sales that way too. So, because there've been some problems. So anyway, take care. Hug your kitties. Pet them. Give them lots of love. They're probably going to feel it when they know the shots have set in. Nancy. So. Anyway, I love you and love you guys. I love you and love you guys. And I will see you on Friday. And I think I'll be on time on Friday. Let me check one thing here real quick. Okay, it's been changed to, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me double check something here. They keep changing the time around. Well, they're going to launch September 2nd at 1 a.m., so it'd be, what, 10 o'clock Friday night here? One a.m. Friday. Well, actually, it'd be 10 o'clock tomorrow night. I don't know why, because originally they had this launch at around mid-afternoon. So I don't know what's going on, why they're bouncing around on the launch. But check with NASA.gov if you want to watch the launch. Okay? Because I'm going to watch it. So anyway, I will talk to you later. Love you guys, and I'll see you on Friday at Ginger's Rant Show at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Okay? Love you. Bye-bye.